Crypto Kids, this is a bit of an emergency update. It's currently 5:31 a.m. and I woke up just to make this video because I was getting the notifications. The price of Bitcoin is falling to $65,000 and we're currently attempting to break below the bearish pennant, which we stated has a higher probability of breaking to the downside. We emphasized our pessimism to the market. I even posted on the Crypto Kids Telegram community at 5 p.m. So this is 12 hours ago. But next week is very critical for geopolitics. The data collated for the movement of military assets struggle to point a peaceful image. And I'm re-evaluating my risky asset holdings, reducing them, because if tensions do rise, then the price of Bitcoin historically has always fallen. And unfortunately, geopolitical tensions are at high alert levels in the Middle East region, the transfer of military assets from America is the highest level since the 2003 Iraqi war, and there is a cost associated to obviously transferring such military assets. Hundreds of billions of dollars is invested in moving equipment from one side of the world to another. Now, would you do that just to put pressure to sign a deal? I don't know, and I'm not going to commentate on it. It's just a question to ask. God forbid, hopefully nothing happens and it's resolved peacefully. That's all my prayers and all my wishes. But from the market's angle, Bitcoin is dumping, not a good precursor. The Iranian local currency capitulated to almost zero against the US dollar. These are not good signs. We need to be careful. There was a whistleblower stating some disturbing things for the next 24 to 48 hours with regards to Bitcoin, with regards to escalating geopolitics. There's a situation happening in Mexico too. Hopefully you guys, if you are from Mexico, if you live in Mexico, hopefully you're safe. Praying that to be over as soon as possible as well. And the Olympics are done. And if you don't know what this refers to, historically, when you go to the ancient Greek times, there's always this treaty, almost a convention, where during times of the Olympics, you wouldn't create any issues. You wouldn't do any attacks to make sure that everybody visiting to the Olympics would be safe. And this is something that's been kept through world history. Even with Russia and Ukraine, the Olympics were over, and then a couple of days after, the attacks began. So to summarize, I don't like the picture here with Bitcoin. If we close this candle as we are printing it in the next 2 hours and 25 minutes, that would be a closure below that 65.5, which we said Bitcoin should not lose. If we get a rebound, then a retest to that prior line of support is likely. If we don't, then I think that 60K territory will be quickly taken out. I can't make a bullish case scenario for Bitcoin, and I apologize for it. But that is my reality. When I zoom out to the macro markets, the S&P is also, to me, looking like it's topping. Tops usually happen when you reach a pinnacle in price and you consolidate around that pinnacle for a couple of weeks. So tops always form. Look at this one. It always forms over time. And this, to me, looks like the momentum is dying. It looks to me like the top is occurring. And historically, the S&P and Bitcoin have approximately 90% correlation. And Bitcoin has seen the capitulation. And for me, the S&P is going to follow. So I see a 10% crash on the S&P incoming. When I check out the chart of S&P to gold, when you go all the way back to the 70s, when that chart loses this rectangular box of support between 1.35 to 1.55, a drop in the S&P has followed every time. I mean, it's only happened twice in history, which I think is enough to make that judgment. But you fall below 1.35 to 1.55, and then the S&P crashes right after. We've officially fallen below that important turquoise box of support. So things don't look good. I'm not heavily invested in the traditional stock market, but if you are, those are a couple of warnings to be watching out for. And with that said, that concludes my quick update for today's video. Gold as a natural hedge against geopolitics, that's going up now by 1% in the past 24 hours. Silver up 3.3%. Again, not things you want to see around a time of escalating geopolitical tensions. But yeah, let's wish for the safety of everyone. Let's wish for the let's wish that everything is resolved in the most peaceful way that it can be resolved in. Bitcoin is dumping like a software tech stock. Eventually, it's going to replace that title and it will be traded as a risk hedge like silver and gold. It will take some time, but it just means that we're early on the assets and there is more upside gains to be made. So thank you for watching. If you're looking for a place to be trading Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, you can go to the description down below this video to start trading on our partnered exchanges, LavX, Weeks, Bybit, Coinflare, giving you the best bonuses available when you sign up and begin trading with the links down in the description below. Guys and girls, take care, and as always, bye-bye.